Obviously, a pretty busy day, pretty active. We talked about it last night. I think the expectation was there probably would be some degree of movement here today. You never really know what the movement's going to entail, but we started the day with 5 picks. We ended the day with 5 picks. Kind of got there in a sort of indirect way, but took some of the assets that we accumulated previously yesterday and kind of used them to help acquire players today. So kind of go through each guy here individually, briefly, and then we can certainly answer some questions and then look forward to tomorrow. As it stands right now, we have 6 picks. None in the 4th. We have a 5th, 4 6s, and a 7th. So, we'll do our homework here tonight like we did yesterday, meet in the morning, and get started and get ready to go. And then there'll be another group of players I'm sure that we'll add after the draft based on our numbers. So we'll start with Duggar. First pick. This was one of the few sit-and-pick players. I'd say going into this round, we basically had 3 guys that we kind of wrote down and said, if we could get these 3 guys, we would be somewhat happy. He was one of them. Uche was the other one. Another guy that got picked was Duggar. Obviously, small school, but pretty explosive player. Big, he's tough, he's fast, he's smart. Has some 4-down type elements. Return to playing in a kicking game. So played well at his level of competition, held his own at the Senior Bowl against better competition. One of the things you like to see or you look for is a player like that with that background to see how they hold up in that environment. And he acquitted himself fairly well. A fairly mature kid. He's a little bit older, 24 years old. So a player that we liked and picked him. And then we kind of came back in here to the bottom of the 2nd round with Uche. Uche, actually going back to last year, when you kind of look at their defense, Uche to Winovich. Uche's role was a little bit bigger this year. They actually had another kid, Mike Dana, who transferred from Central Michigan. So their defense has been pretty good here. Coach Brown and their staff, done a great job. But kind of moved around the front a little bit. Played in the perimeter. They used him some at Mike linebacker, used some sub situations. So he's been asked to do a number of different things in a good defense. They played him at linebacker at the Senior Bowl. Has a variety of different things that it looks like he can do. Obviously, it hasn't been in our system. He and Jennings are similar, but they're different as well. But they both have played on the end of the line of scrimmage. They've kind of played inside off the ball. They're a little bit different. Jennings, just shooting over to him real quick. He was another sort of sit and pick. That 87 pick was really one of our original picks, I believe. Obviously, he comes from a great program with a lot of great players. And, Coach Saban, what he's done in Alabama is, hard to match what he's done. They put out a lot of good players. And you saw in this draft, I don't know however many players they had drafted. It was a lot, which it usually is every year. But this kid is a really tough kid, a little bit bigger in terms of size than Uche. Jennings, 255, 260. Uche, kind of 240, 245. Different defenses, but had some elements where they were used kind of similarly. Jennings has a background playing a couple different spots. Really tough, good leadership. So, they're call them end of the line of scrimmage type players, front 7 type players. How they're going to project into our system, we'll see. Obviously, we're pretty multiple front, multiple scheme on defense. So these guys have been asked to do a number of different things in their respective system. And I would say with Uche, has played in the kicking game, so the ability to play on 4th down is something that we put a premium on. So both he and Jennings, I would expect them in some capacity to compete for a role in the kicking game. And then at the bottom of the round there, we kind of used some of the picks in future rounds and, move back into the 3rd round and pick 2 tight ends. they're a little bit different. Asiasi started his career at Michigan, transferred to UCLA. Really, this was his first year where he had pretty substantial production. This kid's got good size, runs well for his size. It's pretty tough. He's got some technique things that he can certainly work on the line of scrimmage blocker. Has a background with Coach Kelly, so he was certainly a good resource on that one. And then we picked Keene, Virginia Tech, so kind of an interesting guy, underclassman, really played essentially from day one, so he's a 3-year starter. And you really have to kind of search for some things with him on tape. He took advantage of his opportunities. A couple of things that stood out were just some of his catch and run type plays. This kid's got good size, 6'4" and change, all up 255, 260, fairly athletic. Tough kid, smart kid. Was asked to do a number of different things in their offense. So kind of doubled up at the position there, but 2 young players that, hopefully when we get the opportunity to work with them, can make some progress.